yo, hey, don't be egotistical. Like, try to see where you were at fault and try to see how you could be better. Nobody looks at it for that. That's a fact. Everybody just looks at it like, I'm in a row, but it was somebody else's fault. That's hip hop. They move the goalpost and they blame somebody else. I always tell you, I say, yo, when it comes to like violence and if hip hop is involved, it's everybody. It's the artists, it's us, it's a little bit of the fans, it's the festivals. The festivals is promoting all this. Yo, you tell me all these festivals, which are pretty much like havens for drug use, they're hiring all the rappers who are making music about drugs. When somebody gets hospitalized or dies over a drug overdose, they don't have no fault to it or no responsibility. But no, they're not gonna sit and take no responsibility of it. I realize it's a dumb thing with me. Like I really think that, hey, listen, you're not perfect. Just accept some responsibility and try to figure this shit out. Everybody gonna accept. Bro, I be saying, nigga, I ain't never got nobody killing Chicago. Facts. I ain't never got nobody killing hip hop. Period. But when niggas was trying to levy all that on me, and I was just trying to think about, I'm maybe I could do these things different. I was trying to like take some type of blame. I ain't seen none of these niggas ever take no blame. So I kind of started getting on that wave, like, yo, why am I over here taking blame for anything that has to do with hip hop? These niggas is never taking blame or giving other people blame. Yo, we love Chief Keef, but nobody said that, yo, the reason why a bunch of people died over this and Tuka, that nigga made that shit popular. Nobody say that. Nobody love Chief Keef. And Chief Keef not about to get on this shit and say, oh, I apologize. I'm the reason why a lot of people who got caught up over knowing about Tuka, this and third, and my disrespect to them caused them to be in these positions. No. So that's why one of the things I realized, I'm like, nigga, maybe I'm just fucking up by just allowing people to think that I'm a scapegoat, period. So I've learned that now, like, when it comes to no matter what, don't blame me for none of y'all shit. Straight up. Somebody said you weren't living that life and you weren't there, so you can't speak on it. If you weren't living it, if you weren't, for that person, let me give you. I'm glad you said that now, and I'm glad I mean now, my nigga. Fuck that you were there living it. Them niggas took that story and made millions off of that shit. Them niggas stopped living that life really shortly after them songs blew up. Them niggas went to California. Chief Keef ain't been back to Chicago in years. He still rap about that shit. He's still like, everybody sees it, whether he experienced it at the time, whether he's there now. He's rapping about what his reality or his past been. Some people are rapping about what they're focused on or what their reality is. Nigga, you can't excuse it by, oh, you ain't been there. What the fuck does that mean? That's basically saying, oh, if you weren't in any situation, you can't give your perspective about it. Warren Chirac was a nigga who never ever been in a situation where people were losing their lives so frivolously. I was giving my perspective. That I didn't say I was there with them. Now, if I was giving a fraudulent story, say, oh, I'm in the field with these niggas while people are losing their lives, yeah, I got a reason to be like, yo, act your line. Like, you never been through this. Nigga, I'm reading these news reports. I would see them on these other sites. NBC says 100 people got killed in Chicago, and I'm giving y'all my opinion on it. I started having and formulating my mind on it. How is that different than everybody else's experiences? But you know what it is? And I get to realize that's why I'm at the point I stop apologizing for shit, because I thought an apology was the sign of humility and a sign of growth and a sign of humbleness and a sign of, hey, listen, I'm not here to, cause division. I'm here to try to learn. But I get to realize apologies almost become a sign of weakness. Like when people talk about the Warren Chirac, I'll be like, yo, no, yeah, and I still say now, like, I would have done it a little bit different, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Nigga, that was my perspective of what went on then. All right? Everything I seen then, nigga, I'm an immigrant. I came from a countryside in Jamaica. I came over here and I lived in Hackensack, New Jersey. I never seen no shit where niggas was getting killed every week. And you find out about somebody else, they died 2 days later. That was my perspective of the shit. If people found that entertaining or found it any type of way, that's what it was. But as I was learning, a lot of trauma that people had involved with it, I started apologizing so much. But I get to realize, nigga, you don't even need to know. Like now, I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't even catch me. I ain't even apologizing for that shit no more. I mean, I still explain to some degree, but I'm not apologizing for that shit no more. You know why? Because in reality, nigga, that was my experience. Just like, yo, y'all niggas don't have Dirk or nobody else who rap about whatever. Meek been rapping about beefing and killing in Philly. Nigga, what type of beefing and killing that Meek ever did? Meek ain't killed nobody ever in his life. That nigga still rapping about that shit all his life. He said he saw it. You think Meek, nigga, you think Meek has seen or experienced or been around more trauma than me? Nigga, I came from a third world country. So it's one of those things I started realizing, nigga, your apology is almost a sign of weakness. Nigga, that's my perspective. Warren Chirac. If a nigga don't like it from here on out, nigga, suck a dick. I'm not here to apologize for what. If y'all try to blame murders on me, nigga, suck a dick. Murder's been going on before what I did. Gonna keep going on. There was a time I was like, yo, maybe like niggas had a point. But I really realized like, yo, niggas was just taking advantage of the fact that I was trying to learn and grow. I'm like, yo, maybe it was because of like how I did it. Maybe that's why certain things happen. Maybe I should just like, try to learn a little bit more. Then I get to realize, bro, their issue wasn't with what was going on. The issue was with me. Because after I haven't done this shit for 5 years and then they have 105 people that got shot in Chicago, nobody even say a word. Nobody tried to figure out why that's going on. It was only a problem with me. So you get to realize that's the same place I'm at with Meek. Me and Meek would never sit down. I don't got no interest to talk to Meek Mill in life. There's no money that you could. That nigga started talking a little bit too crazy. I don't got nothing to talk to that nigga about unless Spotify release. We could do a check by it. But no, actually, no, man. I ain't got time for that nigga, man. Real talk. And it's just not about music no more. That nigga started talking a little bit different. I understand that the way how Meek, I've always, in the last like 6 to 8 months, I've interpreted what Meek said to me as actual threats on my life. That's how I treat it, period. If I see Meek, I'm always, and I'll tell y'all now, I'm ready to defend my life against how that nigga talked about. You talk about green light, this, and third. Me and you, we don't gotta ever talk in life again. When niggas start blaming me for this Warren Chirac shit, I be looking at them nowadays and I'm like, yo, I used to be like I remember I listened to myself back on Clubhouse, try to listen to niggas who are irrationally blaming me for shit, and I will never do it again, bro. Ever. I'm gonna tell you this right now. A nigga asked me about the Warren Chirac, I'm gonna be like, nigga, that was my perspective. Suck a dick if you don't understand it. Cause Dirk got his own perspective and niggas dance, party, we laugh to that shit. Feel me? Niggas had no fucking respect, mercy for Duck's family, for Tuka's family, or whoever the hell else, went through that shit. And don't tell me that Dirk lived it, this and third. Dirk ain't been living in Chicago, and well, let me clarify that. Dirk ain't been in that environment where his money couldn't take him out of it for a long time. Like he's good, but he's given his experience. Nigga, I don't want niggas to crucify me no more for the Warren Chirac, nigga. That was my experience as a very young, ignorant kid. That was my experience then. If y'all watched it and y'all had, maybe that was y'all mindset then, but y'all gonna notice I stopped apologizing for that shit now. Because I get to realize at a certain point, niggas just want you to submit to their will. You know what I mean? They're not trying to understand you, bro. You know what I mean? That's the thing I had to learn as a grown man. Some people not trying to understand you, bro. Like they don't want your understanding. They don't want your apology. Like a nigga like my son, Meek. Bro, niggas like that, bro, I don't, there's nothing you could do with them. Bro, the only thing you could do with them is kill yourself. You gonna kill yourself because of those bum-ass niggas? So now, like, I just stand on it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Or you ain't like the Warren Chirac, nigga, it wasn't for you then. Just like you don't like Dirk's music or you don't like his past music, he say you gonna change. It wasn't for you, motherfucker. That's just what it is. And I'm gonna keep it like that. Real talk. But if y'all catch me apologizing for some Warren Chirac shit, nah, that's just over now. I did it for a little while because I was really trying to learn. I'm like, damn, maybe I was kind of ill-informed. No, I'm like, yeah, all right, nigga. And even then, I love Dirk, and hopefully we could get on. Somebody said, look,